Okay, operators, take a seat. So, today, obviously, we're going to talk about the Pathfinder role, both in the United States Army as well as a little bit of history on the UK. Some people forget that the Pathfinder are actually an international group of reconnaissance. So, during the Second World War, small groups of parachute soldiers in the UK were formed into Pathfinder units to parachute ahead of the main force. Their tasks were to mark the DZs or LZs, landing zones or drop zones for those that don't track that lifestyle, set up radio beacons as guide for the aircraft carrying the main force, and to clear and protect the area as the main force arrived. So in the UK post-war, the regular Army's parachute force was reduced to the 16th Parachute Brigade. To provide this information with a Pathfinder capacity, the Guard's independent parachute company was formed in 1948, year of our Lord, on the disbandment of Composite Guards Parachute Battalion. So the company deployed on a wide variety of operations between 48 and 1977. It was deployed during the confrontation, and it was used to provide reinforcements to the SAS, and its professional performance resulted in the formation of G Squadron of that regiment in 1966. So these hitters in the UK, the Pathfinders, were often actually tasked out to provide reinforcement to the SAS. The Pathfinder role in the Territorial Army, basically the TA, the British Army's part-time reserve, was continued by 16th Lincoln Independence Parachute Company as part of the 44th Parachute Brigade. The 16th Air Assault Brigade employs elite Pathfinders in their Pathfinder platoons. So let's not forget that the UK definitely tracks on the Pathfinder lifestyle. Now, let's go ahead and track with America Pathfinders, specifically the United States Army Pathfinders. So, during World War II, the Pathfinders were a group of volunteers selected within the airborne units who were specifically trained to operate navigational aids to guide the main airborne body to the DZs. That's again drop zones for all you low drag pogues out there. The Pathfinder teams, also known as sticks, which still carries on today in a little unit that we know as the 75th. The Pathfinder teams, also known as sticks, were made up of a group of 8 to 12 Pathfinders and a group of 6 bodyguards whose job was to defend the primary Pathfinder unit while they set up their equipment. The Pathfinder teams dropped approximately 30 minutes before the main body in order to locate and designate DZs and LZs, drop zones, landing zones, as you were, and provide radio and visual guides for the main force in order to improve the accuracy of the jump. These navigational aids included compass beacons, colored panels, Eureka radio sets, you can go ahead and Google that, and colored smoke. When they jumped, the Pathfinders many times would encounter less resistance than the follow-up waves of paratroopers, simply because they had the element of surprise on their side, and you can believe that they were little sneaky freaking troopers out there. Once the main body jumped, the Pathfinders then joined their original units and fought as standard airborne infantry. So basically what we can get from that is, I know for facts, you have to be a grunt in order to actually receive and be an operational Pathfinder. You don't have to be a grunt to get the tab. Again, operational Pathfinders, more than not, are grunts from the 101st, 82nd. Really, Pathfinders could be anywhere located for a battalion size element. But once they go out and basically get the fixed and rotor wings, basically they rejoin their battalion and go ahead and track on as regular grunts, where the last build, hey, the CCT operators from the Air Force, that's pretty much what they do at all times. They don't necessarily go back to a line unit and get their grunt on. They're pretty much designated Pathfinders, or combat control, and if you haven't seen that, I'll try to link it up. So General James Gavin likes to claim credit for inventing the Pathfinders, pointing to the bad drops in Sicily as the cause. "Let us set the record straight," he quoted. "The 509th is the world's most experienced bad drop specialist." Basically, he's saying that the 509th, and the 509th I'm speaking of is the 509th Parachute Infantry Battalion. Basically, they would always miss their LZs, their landing zones, or DZs, drop zones. So he claims that he first saw the need for them. Pathfinders were separate teams of advanced men who jumped in ahead of the main force to set up beacons and other guides to incoming aircraft. So after the serious problems uncovered during the parachute drop of Allied invasions of Sicily, basically their sticks were getting scattered so much that the Allied High Command questioned the utility of even having the parachute infantry battalions because of the difficulty of dropping the infantry as a cohesive unit rather than the stick being scattered throughout. So with this being said, the Pathfinder mission had actually taken course into what it basically evolves to today. Through many campaigns to include Sicily and Italy, Normandy, southern France, Netherlands, Battle of the Bulge, they went into Germany, the Pacific Theater with the 511th Pathfinders, goes on through the Korean War and the Vietnam War. Some say that in Vietnam, that the actual Pathfinder mission was really established and was in use for combat effectiveness. So in Vietnam, Pathfinder infantrymen were inserted into areas to establish landing zones for air assault or other helicopter operations. Pathfinders determined the most practical landing zones, withdrawal routes, approach lanes, and landing sites for helo assaults in hostile areas. They themselves would then often be extracted with the helos. So with that being said, that just gives you a feel of what the Pathfinder mission actually is. Now, some people also say that the establishment of the air mobile divisions in Vietnam is actually where that occurred. The actual combat effectiveness of an air mobile division. The U.S. Army's 11th Aviation Group landed in country in August 1965, year of our Lord, and while assigned to the 1st Cav Division Air Mobile, expanded its Pathfinder unit to company size, creating the provisional 11th Pathfinder Company. While the 11th Pathfinder Company was assigned to the 1st Cav Division's reconnaissance section, units such as the 1st ID Infantry Division, 101st Airborne Air Assault Air Mobile, and the 82nd Airborne 3rd Brigade operated Ranger or Long Range Reconnaissance Patrol, fucking LORC companies with their reconnaissance elements. Let's not forget the use of the 1st Cav Division Air Mobile and their use with the Pathfinders. So we roll on past the post-Vietnam era, and all of a sudden it was like there was an explosion of Pathfinders and Pathfinder sticks or platoons. So let's go ahead and run down a little list here. Basically, you got the 5th Infantry Platoon Pathfinder, 26th, 27th, 54th, 79th Infantry Platoons Pathfinders. So the National Guard also activated 5 Pathfinder detachments, the 28th, 76th, 77th, 667th, and the 1136th Infantry Detachments Pathfinders, respectively. Modern Pathfinders still exist in a number of armed forces around the world. Most of them are senior members of parachute units and have earned the right to wear the maroon beret of the Pathfinders. Pathfinders in the U.S. Army wear the Pathfinder badge. That badge is also worn in other countries. Don't get it twisted. Modern Pathfinders also exist in Belgium, Brazil, Canada, France. They're pretty big in France, I must admit, with the Commando Parachute Group, also known as the GCP. They also are around in India, Netherlands, Portugal, South Africa, as stated in the beginning of this history, the UK, which I must say that the United Kingdom Pathfinders actually probably have a more historic history than that of the actual United States Army Pathfinders. So in closing, operators, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Pathfinder School as well. Basically, just hit on some key points of the Pathfinder mission. Army Pathfinders are specialists in navigating their way through foreign terrain and establishing safe LZs for airborne and air assault soldiers as well as Army aircraft. Many times they are asked to parachute into remote areas, navigate their way through unobstructed locations, then relay their coordinates back to a command center. The mission of the U.S. Army Pathfinder School, specifically, soldiers learn the following skills at Pathfinder School: how to navigate cross-country on foot, establish and operate a day and night helicopter LZ as stated, establish and operate a day and night parachute DZ as stated, drop zone, conduct swing load operations, and provide ATC and navigational assistance to aircraft within an operational site control zone. Oh, I can tell you this, I was jacked. I was so physically ready just to find out it's more a brain smoke than anything. You will use all your available time studying. You'll also be pulling out of the ruck a little geometry and trigonometry. So be prepared. It is definitely a brain smoke. So the Pathfinder lineage is definitely there, basically serving from 1943 to present. Obviously today I've been focusing on the United States Pathfinder. However, be known that they are all around the universe. United States Army, basically military training, part of the 1st Battalion 507th Infantry Regiment, garrisoned at Fort Benning, Georgia. Their mottos: first in, last out. So with that being said, operators on your feet, let's pathfind on downrange.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more.
Que pasa, pendejo? Maybe a little bit dark for today's build. However, you know, things we got to do to cover up Ubisoft's mistakes. Guess I won't get that free fucking copy of Breakpoint. Fucking joined by the Sarge, man. Let's go, Jingle. We're gonna have to get a sweet ass fucking thumbnail, man, before you head out, right?
Yeah.
So this build here, this is gonna be coming out pretty soon. I got some pretty exciting shit for Matrix Ops. I don't know, man. I heard Breakpoint's kind of ass, to be honest. So
It's kind of good and bad.
like the sniper rifles could only shoot like 250 meters before the bullet drop just takes.
No, it just really depends. I mean, if you know your scopes, then it's not that bad.
Like, I guess they rack the charging handle instead of... What kills me about it, bro, is they just preach how they have, you know, all these special operators and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what fucks me up, man, between me and you, bro. They ain't got dick, man, or they catch little shit like that. That's fucking how it is. So anyway, Sergeant Ruble, appreciate you joining me tonight. Everybody, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that back, double tap that RB, hit that Yankee, and here we are. So today I hadn't even you know, usually I'll like preset the outfit and then we can run through it. So actually today's fit is going to be unusual because we got Sergeant Ruble on comms tonight helping us out with this fit. He is regular Army as we speak. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hit the head. Me, myself, again today. We'll just keep it simple. Male, Mason. Eye color, I'm going with brown today. Facial hair, Zito, as none. Let me ask you something, Sarge. Is anybody in your unit walking around with beards?
Oh, no. Unless they got a profile.
So the Pathfinders in your units don't run around with, you know, operator beards, you know?
Oh, no.
So there it is. So today, facial hair, none. Squared away for the hair today. Brown is the hair color, and burn is the facial feature. Of course, all that is optional. Okay, body details today. I'm going with the eye black. Going to keep it simple. It's been a while since we just had the eye black on again, reminding some of you young hitters I was really liking the eye black during my times in operations. Right arm Santa Maria, left arm today, heading back to mi familia. I've been missing them on my arm in the last couple of builds. Clothing, all right, here is what's what. So we're going to let the Sarge go ahead and pretty much give us today's uniform. So go ahead, Sarge. For tops, what do you got for us?
So today I'm using the Commando in 434 multicam.
Hey, what's up, Cheesy? Welcome to the stream. So this is actually what the Pathfinder say. You fall out tomorrow, you see a Pathfinder, and this is what he'd be wearing. Hope.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into body details. Obviously, you can go with the Pathfinder today. Today, if you have it open, go ahead, throw on the Muddy Dutch. I think it's going to do us justice with today's build.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for the shirt today, you heard it. We're going with the Commando, and we'll be putting that and locking that down in the 434.
Best you can do optional. It could either be the tactical plate carrier or the IBA, depending on what your unit would prescribe. I personally like to plate carrier myself, also multicam.
What's the multicam? Go ahead and throw out them dids, Sarge.
That'd be the 434.
The 434 on today's LCE. All right, we got you. Let me go ahead and switch that Commando again to the 434. Booyah. Again, they give us fucking Ubisoft, dude. I've preached it so many times in my builds, man, but I can't get over that goddamn split neck, man. It kills me, that V-neck up there, dude. It just kills me. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, man? I mean, you guys wear t-shirts in today's United States Army, huh?
Yeah, we sure do.
Yeah, like I just don't get you. However, I might be switching up the camo for this build so that we can sort of cover that up, because I don't believe that we'll be using any kind of tack scarf, seeing how Pathfinders are aviation specialist tool. So with that being said, we're going to drive right on. Where we at again, Sarge? We're at pants. What you got for us?
So either the Commando pants, if you want to stick to what we wear today, or the Cry Precision combat pants.
I do love those cries, but what are you going with today, Sarge?
I'm going with the Commando in the 434.
Right on. So a 434, a multi-cam, and that's the Commandos. What you gonna do for your dogs today, the OLPCs?
Me personally, I like the hiking boots. We get them issued before we go down range. But you can also do your Commando boots.
What are we dressing these
hiking
out
boots. The Coyote Brown, the 4.6.
All right, so we'll be putting those in the 4.6 today. You guys, if you do have it, you are authorized today to wear the Exos. Matrix Ops, couple of hitters in there, and myself. Shouts out Cheesy and the Big Bean. Shouts out to you boys for helping me unlock these bad boys. And if you do, make sure you only put those in the one place, military brown. Ghillie suit today, obviously none. Accessories today, I'm going to let the Sarge go ahead and track on this. We got eyewear. What you going with today?
All right, eyewear. We all wear the M frames nowadays, so go with the M frames in the 1.6, multi black gray.
So, and then you're going to put them in the matte black?
1.6. Yep.
Okay, so you heard it. Today's eyewear, we're going with the Oakley M frames, and we're going to be throwing those in the 1.6 matte black gray. Moving on to face wear, what you got for us?
Oh, no face wear.
And look, guys, you know, sometimes I know I read my comments and you guys are like, you know, this is what they wear, this is what they don't wear, this, that, or another. Especially, you're listening to, what are you, E5, E6 now, Sarge?
E5.
So you listen to a buck sergeant and an E5 in today's United States Army. That is a regular army. That means that's what he does day to day. So when I say no frills, guys, I kind of mean it. When I say, no Skeletor mask, you're doing an injustice to the build itself, right? So with that being said, not trying to bring anybody's fucking, pop anybody's fucking balloon, but you're hearing it today. So faceware, we're going with a zilch. Headwear, what you got for us, Sergeant?
So I personally like the carbon high cut. Um, that's what some of these guys are wearing nowadays, getting away from the old K-pot ACH. So we'll put that
right
in the multicam as well.
Yeah. Now, for an alternative, if someone happened to wanted to wear the, I believe it's the covered ACH down here.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Well, I personally will not do that. However, I do got to sort of give it to Yubi though. Once they put the liner on, it didn't make it look as horrible as the potted plant, as I like to call it.
Oh, yeah.
So if you do, yeah, Roger. So if you do go with the covered ACH today, just make sure you throw it in the multicam. However, I'm going to stick with the sergeant on this one. ACH, put that in the 1234 multicam. Next up, we're going to rock the headset. Sarge, what you got for us on this? I'm interested.
So we can either keep the earpiece in, because some of our hand mics have an earpiece plug. That way we don't have to hold the hand mic to our ear. But we could also go with headset A and the Coyote Brown.
Okay, roger that. So today I'm going to keep it clean. I'm kind of liking that fucking who-ass lid we got on today. I'm going to keep it clean. You're going to go ahead, put your little earpiece in the ding-a-ling in 3.6 and put that in the Coyote Brown. Again, what was that headset again though, Sarge? Alpha?
Alpha, Roger.
All right, Roger. So Alpha and Coyote Brown are earpiece in this Coyote Brown. Handwear, what you got?
Handwear. So I personally like the Nomex gloves. But we could do the Nomex gloves or the Oakley Pilots. If we do the Nomex, try to keep them either that neutral 1.5 or bring them to the sandstone 5.5. And if you do the Oakley Pilots, black or tan.
So handwear today, you heard it from the Sarge, we're either going with the Oakley Pilots or the Nomads. And the thing is, to be honest, as you saw when I dropped in with this uniform, since I didn't pre-edit it, I actually had the Nomax on. So it's a good choice. I really prefer it if you're going to be around any kind of, I don't know, diesel burning turbine, any kind of, I don't know. Do they give you special gloves for that?
No, not really. We just, well, no, not at all really.
Yeah, okay.
They issue us a bunch of different kind of gloves. So normally we get the Nomex. Those are kind of like your all around if you're working on your turbines or if you're just popping rounds, or you buy your personal handwear from whatever surplus store you happen to go to.
Yeah, hell yeah. Now let me ask you something. I believe on my sapper build, I actually had a sapper that commented that they'll cut the fingers out of their fingers. Now, back in my day, we had the, the green woolly inserts with the black shell. I don't know if any you hitters out there or Sarge, if you've ever seen them around.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah,
we did. Hell yeah. So we did cut our fingers out of there, trigger fingers, what have you. And then also the preferred back in my day were actually just a black pair of baseball bat gloves, basically, Atonics or Louisville's or something of that nature. Are you guys allowed to wear the mechanics gloves of today?
As long as they're blacked out and they don't have any logos showing. That's the big thing. As long as there's no logos showing. So say you buy a pair of Oakley gloves, as long as the Oakley logo is the same color as the glove, it's all fine. So if you got a pair of those mechanics gloves, if the mechanics is outlined in yellow, that's a no-go. So as long as it's blacked out, grayed out, camoed, whatever.
Okay, I got you. As long as it's fucking silhouetted hitters. So you heard
Roger.
that. I've been getting some questions on that as far as, do guys in teams and whatnot, basically fucking hitters, do they wear the mechanics gloves? And again, like you said, it really all depends on, first off, what the mission dictates, and then second off, a lot of it has to do with your command structure. So if they don't want you out there in mechanics gloves, guess what? You're not going to fucking fall out in mechanics gloves. But for this today, are allowed, if you got them, to equip the echelon gloves, because, I personally like how it melees people. However, like the Sarge said, you can go with the Oakley pilots in the neutral or Cinco Cinco sandstone, or you can go with the nomads in sandstone. Sarge, was that what you said?
Yeah, roger that.
All right. So who of that? I think I'm going to fall out today with the Oakleys and put those in the 5.5. Check that. Today I'm going to fall out with the Nomax, and we're going to put those in the 5.5 simply because we are an air assault unit today as a fucking hua ass pipe hitting freaking Pathfinder. Hey, all right, let's rock on. Backpacks, Alisacks, rucksacks. Oh, what you got for us today?
So I personally like the sapper pack. It kind of reminds me of the assault packs we use. Put all your little fucking extra pouches for all your extra little bullshit that you got carrying. Oh, my bad.
For your hoagie bait. You goddamn tobacco.
I personally like that one. You could either put that in the Coyote Brown or match it up with your camo in the multicam.
So I wanted to actually ask you something and inquire.
Yep.
So I've really been looking forward to opening this Merc pack, the Mercenaries pack, 3 down from the Sapper. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it kind of looks like what we call a medium ruck.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. And then I was also thinking, we could actually black this out or whatnot, and actually, RP that it's a goddamn parachute, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that, just little shit that runs through my mind, which has to run through my mind because, good old Yubi. Again, we can click our fucking heels. So to date, we're going with the Sapper. Again, Coyote Brown or the 1234 multicam. Today, I believe I'm actually going to go ahead and throw it in the Coyote Brown. Patches, there's only one patch around here, boys. 1831. Let's roll with my peeps. And, of course, that'll be under brands. And it looks like that's the uni for today. I want to thank Sergeant Rubel for helping us out today, stepping up to the fucking mic finally, and getting the build in with your boy, Matrix Native. Oh, Sarge, you ready to fucking go down range and see what kind of weapons we're carrying in today's build, sir?
Say who?
Yeah, hopefully you're not getting any static or anything, right?
Oh no, you're all loud and clear.
All right, 5x5, gotcha. All right, to start it out with, for today's primary. All right, Sarge, what you got for us today?
So I'm gonna go with the M4 standard issue.
Oh, any kind of paint presets? Everybody likes them fucking gold M4s and shit.
Oh no, so I'll either stick with the black or you can deck it out in the Coyote Brown or tan.
Yeah, roger that. Today, though, we're going to go ahead and stick with the Negro. Got for parts for us.
So let's open up the parts. Go down to scopes. As an NCO, we all rock the ACOGs. So the TA
right on.
31H. Keep your trigger
Put
on
that in
full
the black.
auto or semi. Oh yeah, keep in the black.
All right, trigger full auto semi. Oh, what'd you get for that stock? Oh, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Captain Obvious over here. Stock Bud stock, full auto semi. What kind of mag you running today?
Well, we running the 30 round mag.
All right, 30 round, obviously in the black. Under rail, what you got?
Let's see. So if you want a little extra firepower, go with the M203 grenade launcher, or my personal favorite is the old broomstick, the 4-grip V2.
Okay, roger that. So today I'm going to go ahead and equip. Why the fuck wouldn't I? The 40 mic. Go ahead and throw that in the black. However, if you would like, you can go ahead. You called it the Victor 2, sir?
Yeah, roger that.
The old broomstick, the Victor 2. And of course, equip that 1-2 black. Appreciate that, Cheesy. Cheesy's in the stream tonight. You're both 5x5. Just letting you know that we will also probably run an op tonight, Cheeseball, if you're still around. With that being said, for grip, Victor 2, 1-2 black. All right, on the rail, what you got?
Also on the rail, we're gonna keep it infantry. We'll go with the
Nope.
old Peck 15.
Oh hell yeah, that's the best, man. So let me ask you something. Do you guys ever use the beacons?
Mostly when we're doing LZs at night, so we'll lay them out for the birds to see. Not so much maybe like back in the day when you would have it on so you could see your battle buddies, because the uniforms come with these little IR patches on them nowadays.
Yeah, I'm tracking.
Yeah,
So we're gonna go ahead, put on that, and put it in the black barrel today.
going with the standard barrel.
As usual, you can put that in the black. However, as usual for me, I like putting it in the gray. And muzzle today.
So we'll go with the stock muzzle. That way, if you need to equip your silencer, you can equip the silencer, and you gotta have no issues with the compensators.
All right, who would have that? So we're going with the 1-4 muzzle today. Again, if you need to go suppressed, it's right there. However, fall out with it on the stock. Oh, and put that in the 1-2 black. And there it is, the trusty old M4. Oh. Now, have you fired an AK, Sarge?
I sure have. I own one, actually.
Have you? Nice. Have you fired the Scar?
No, I have not.
Okay. So let me ask you in comparison. The M4 AK, which one are you taking in the battle if you had a choice and the battlefield would be full of either, so you wouldn't have to worry about being strapped for ammo?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, things that make you go,
Yeah. I really like both. They both have their good qualities and they both have their down qualities.
All right, we can can the politician shit.
Yeah,
What are you rocking, man? What are you rocking?
I honestly would rock the AK. I have a love for the 7.62, but
yeah, Roger that.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you 100%. However, I just
American
gotta
made,
stick.
Can't beat that.
You know, I just not even America, but I don't know. I've seen some good times and hard times with both the M16 and the M4, and I tell you, call me old-fashioned, call me loyalty, but if I have to pick one, even though I'm a huge fan of the 7.62, the whole reason I equipped a Galil in parts of my career was the fact of the 7.62. However, I've got to go with the M4. And I know that Cheesy is just fucking grinning from ear to ear because I had to set him back because he fell out with an AK the other night. And I called him a fucking commie bastard. Motherfucker wants to go over there and fight for the roosters. Yeah. Or fucking Ezra. Yeah. All right. Just don't blame me if I happen to pop you because you have an AK with a turbine on. All right? Ah, damn it. All right, what you got for secondary, Sarge?
So we're gonna go with the super shorty, only because it's kind of like the breach-in shotguns we use.
Okay.
We use the Browning 870s.
Yeah, right on. That kind of fucked me up that you said the super shorty. So I will remind everybody also that what would you give them an option for, though, if they don't want to carry the super shorty as a Pathfinder? Who'll be a couple of troops, couple of Pathfinders out there. I'm kind of seriously doubting that you're going to be carrying the super shorty because I'm kind of seriously doubting you're going to be shit kicking doors. You tracking on what I'm saying, Sarge?
Oh yeah, Roger. I would go with the Mark 48 then as a secondary.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there in case the shit does hit the fan, Hope. So we'll go ahead. Again, super shorty or the Mark 48. There that is. Why don't you go ahead and dress out the Mark 48 for us first there, Sarge?
Oh, too easy. So Mark 48, open up the parts. Keep stock standard. I personally prefer iron sights on mine, but you can also go with
now you're talking. Now you're talking.
You could go with the EXP S3.
Yeah, Roger. I don't really, especially in this game, I know that we use them quite a bit in IRL. However, the EXP, I hate how it blocks my peripheral. And for the life of me, to this day, I still do not understand why they do not allow an ACOG on the LMG if you prefer it.
We actually use something that's more similar to the digital. It's not exactly like the digital, but it looks similar.
Yeah, fucking hell. What about the M4 though? Hold on, let me track back so I can track on those parts actually. So the comp M4, all right?
Right.
Have you ever put that on a stack?
I have, yes.
Hell yeah. What did you think about that?
Well, up close and personal is great. If you're trying to shoot, Hodge on the mountaintop, it's not going to work out so well for you.
So how many meters would you say that it's effective in that kind of environment?
I mean, you can hit your target.
Would you say it's more meters. Of a CQB?
Yeah, it's definitely a CQB.
This is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, Roger.
Okay. Roger that, because I've really I've grown to kind of like this site in IRL as well. And like you said, it'll still reach out and be effective somewhat up to, I don't know if I'd put a lot of trust in it at 300 meters. However, 200 meters and in, it's...
easy.
It's going to down a motherfucker. So with that being said, again, the digital scope is something that you guys use a little, Sarge? Something, a variant of it?
Yeah, variant of. They don't have it as an option here for the light machine guns, but we use a variant of that.
Okay, Roger. Do you have the norm for it? The nomenclature for it?
No, not off the top of my head.
Offhand? That would be cool. I would like either the digital, the ACOG, just something that has some magnification power on it. Just a little. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous that they don't include that yet. They got the 10th group up in their office, they claim. So with that being said, secondary, we're going to go ahead, throw the MK4A, also known as the M48. And while we're on the subject, have you ever heard, what's the nickname that you guys give the M48? Or do you just call it the M48?
We just call it M48. Yeah.
All right. Who would have that? Who would have fucking that? Because I was talking to several people throughout my YouTube fucking career, as lackluster as it is, and they tell me that I'm fucked, that this is the saw. And I'm like, dude, that's so hard for me to grasp, because I basically stated that the LMG here, which one? The 249 here, right? Now, obviously, that is not the saw. However, for role play purposes, that gets by as the fucking parasaw.
Yeah.
This is all I'm stating. But for somebody to tell me that the goddamn M48 is the saw is just fucking someone that doesn't know that hitter lifestyle, or even a soldier's lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, you're just not even tracking on what I'm putting out. So shut your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. And I'm not talking about, a kid like that's 14 or 15. I'm talking about a grown ass man that was trying to check me one time. So we have a NCO, a non-commissioned officer, with us tonight, and you just heard it from him. So you guys drive the fuck on with that shit and leave me alone about it. Huh? We're going with the M48 tonight. Parts, stock, scope, stock iron sights. That's what the sergeant and I have decided. However, I'm not going to hate you, nor will he, if you put the EXP, or in my case, the panoramic. I've sort of grown to love the panoramic in this particular game, only due to the fact that it doesn't fuck with your peripheral all over your screen. But today, I'm going to keep it like the Sarge. We're going to go ahead, throw it in the stock iron sights, and put it in the 1-2 black, trigger full auto, magazine, Sarge extended 200. We'll be putting that in the black as well. Underbarrel, call it out.
You put the rail cover on, man. Keep it basic.
All right, so we're going to keep this bastard of warfare beautiful and sexy and just hit the rail cover in the 1-2 black. Rail, you're going to keep the rail cover on it. Oh. Barrel, what you got?
I'm going to keep the standard just because it looks like the regular barrel we would keep on there, but I won't judge if you put the long barrel on, since these weapons do come with 2 barrels per soldier that carries it. So,
all right, I'm going to keep the hitter and put the standard on. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the 1-2 correction, the 2-2 gray. However, we ain't hating you if you want to put it in the 1-2 black, either or, and either or on the battle today. Oi! Kind of muzz you stocking today, Sarge?
I'm doing the compensator V2. I think it makes it look a little more meaner, so I'm going with that.
That's right, because sometimes it's all about the looks. You know what I mean? Get some eyes with that compensator Victor 2 putting on this hitter's weapon here. So again, compensator Victor 2 in the 1-2 black. And there she is. The M48. Not also known as the Saw. Let's drive on. Hey, real quick question. What kind of rounds you throwing out of that, sir?
Oh, these would be 7.62 if it's an actual M48.
Fucking 7.62. Again, you heard it from a non-commissioned officer, regular Army, tonight with us, which is out fucking standing. Just also, big fan of the 7.6 Deuce. Next, we got the old Pistola, which, as you can see on my fucking screen, I got the Peacemaker because I just freaking opened it and I was taking out some tangos with it last night. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead. What you got us into today, Sergeant?
I'm keeping it standard issue with a sidearm, M9. But if you feel like being a Super Hool Ranger Special Forces kind of guy, I'd go with the 227 or the 5.7.
So there it is. Today, we're going to go ahead as a Pathfinder, and we're going to go ahead and keep it in the Beretta, the M9. Big fan of this weapon. I don't really talk about it enough in my older builds. You know, I did. However, I am, to this day, a big fan of the Beretta, really because I carried it for many, many years. And then, obviously, the 1911 came in as my day-to-day sidearm. And now, as the good sergeant here just stated, the Sig Sauer would be my go-to today. So me, today, I'm going to go ahead, throw it in the M9. Got you again. Yes, sir. We're going to go ahead and dress it up just like the Sarge ordered. Go ahead and dress that out for us, Sarge.
All right, so magazine, we're going to keep standard 15-round mag.
No John Wayne's around here, he says.
Rail cover, just keep plain. Standard barrel, standard muzzle.
Standard barrel in the black, or in my case, in the gray. And then muzzle, keep it standard. Do not, I repeat, do not fall out with your suppression unit, that's what she said, on this firearm, or you will be smoked. Put that in the 1-2 black Beretta. You got any stories about the Beretta, Sarge?
I mean, I got a couple. So, my first time using the Beretta was this wadi out in Afghanistan, and we started taking some rounds in, and doing recovery operations. We leave our M4s in the truck, and we all have M9s strapped to our vest. So
now would that be a cross draw?
Yeah, a cross draw.
Yeah.
So I'm underneath the truck. Rounds are popping off. First time in a firefight, freak out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So whipped that M9 right out. Gangster gripped it. Pow, pow, pow. Ran to my truck. Hopped in. Rolled out.
Let's fucking go. Called in Artie, baby. We'll cap that story until the next one. Let's go ahead today. What kind of drone you gonna pack today, Sarge?
I'm going with the explosive drone. Always gotta go out with a bang.
All right, so you heard it. Either hit the explosive. I'll go with the medic. But if you want to be like the NCO, go ahead and hit the explosive. Oh, kind of silk you rocking today, Sarge?
Ooh, I'm going with the army. Keep it true to myself.
There it is. Heck yeah. So I suggest you go with the army. However, I don't have it open. So I'll be going with the WW2 because I actually feel like it really blends, and even the standard blends with this fit today. Oh.
That's a good one.
So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's Pathfinder build. Sergeant, really appreciate you checking in with us and tracking with us for today's build. And just so you know, you today are actually laying down some history here on the Matrix Native channel, being the first ever actual regular Army, my Army dogs out there, regular Army non-commissioned officer I've had doing a build. So we certainly appreciate your time, and obviously we also appreciate you holding that line for us each and every day. And if you appreciate it, you can go ahead and drop that in the comments. Other than that, hope you had an amazing day today. I hope tomorrow's amazing. I hope yesterday was amazing. I'll catch you next video. Cuz, Sarge.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll. Three, two, one, engage. Ooh. It's a little bit squirrely. Tracking left, Sarge?
Yep.
Range is clear. Range clear.
Range clear.
1, 2, range clear.
Range clear.
We have range clear. Range clear. Holster your weapons, sling your weapons.